I guess I should do it safely by doing, say, that. Warp to here. Wow. So what we're going to do, since we have so much delta V, we're going to get closer, and then we're going to do the trick to decrease our orbital velocity a little bit without changing our target periapsis too much. We might want to come in a little higher because we are a really big, heavy vessel, although we've got drogue chutes. So the trick to this is to turn your SAS on again. Is to go somewhere between, it's not radial, I'm doing the wrong radial here, right? If I go radial in, that's the wrong one. Yes? Yes, it is. So I want to go between radial out and retrograde to help me kill some of my orbital velocity without changing my peri. So if your peri goes up, you burn a little bit more retrograde. Yeah, I think I might aim for about 35k though. There you go. That drops it there, and then we can tweak that. And if I go, whoops, this way, I can bring it back up again. And just try to balance it around 35k, which gets harder and harder and harder as your orbit gets smaller. Oops, let's bring it down a little. I mean, I could derate my engine and bring it up a little. Up, 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 up. And so we are. So we killed some of our orbital velocity. Not all of it. We've got tons of fuel left. That's okay. I knew this mission was going to be too expensive and too ridiculous, but that's going to be okay. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and decouple at this point. Assuming I haven't forgotten anything, but I hope not. 35k? Yeah, it should be fine. Decouple. And you are going to turn yourself. It's going to be surface retrograde that you're going to hold. But right now we're just going to time warp until we enter the atmosphere. So just hold surface retrograde, which keeps your butt end facing into the air. And that's that. Electric charge is actually decreasing a little bit as it's trying to hold this, but we should get a little bit of charge from our solar panels to counter it, and it shouldn't actually have to work that hard with the reaction wheels. Hopefully. 1.2 has seemed to show that the retrograde hold here is a lot smarter. There we go, there's the other stage. Than it used to be. Watch it like I accidentally like staged the passenger module and let it burn up. But no, we're good. Yeah, electric charge actually is 100% fine. What's heating up here? Oh, I think that's just internal temperature on some of the modules, but it shouldn't be climbing, so that's going to be okay. Ablator rate is increasing here, so we are still getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Yeah, this is just internal temperature, but it should be stable. Solar panels are actually pretty good radiator. What the hell's heating up? Why are you heating up? Stop heating up. Ablation rate is going down, so that's good. That's getting awfully red. Accidental EVA, yeah, that'd be the time for it. That's getting awfully red. The ablation rate continues to drop, which is good. It means that things are getting... They're not building up heat as quickly as they used to. Although they might still be building up some heat, just slower. Okay, the temperature's going down now. That's okay. And the ablation rate keeps dropping. I hope we remembered to pack the right parachutes. Got the drogues first. Ablation rate. Still significant, but dropping. But we're not even hitting any real air yet. So, a long, long way to go. There we go. %, fine. Ablation rate is under 2, but still there. This thing is still soaking a lot of heat. So the ablator burns away, basically, as it's coming down. That's what that number is. And so it's burning away slower and slower, but it's still burning. It's not going to run out before we do that, but it's intentional. By burning away, it's actually dissipating a lot of heat. But yeah, that internal core temperature here got really bad. Like, did we need radiators or something crazy like that? My God. Power's still 100% fine. And I think it would be fine even if without the solar panels. Ablation rate dropping very quickly. We're at 32,000 meters. Most of our speed is bled off. Well, a significant portion of it. And we're slowing down faster and faster as we're starting to hit thicker air. Although the air here is still very thin. Bump, bump, bump. Did I remember the duct tape? Of course! I mean, half our ship is made out of duct tape, so we're fine. And we can take a look. What look? Oh, not EVA. Oh my god, I almost hit the wrong button there. Internal view is what I'm looking for. Yay, fire! Ooh, much fire. And we can take a look at it from the back seat as well. Do not accidentally EVA. Oh no, this is still at the front. Back seats. There you are. View. Whee! 2 space. I like the board games, laundry, toothbrushes. You need a lot of toothbrushes. Science and more science. Ablation rate below 1 now. And dropping very, very, very fast. Power's good. Position good. Speed dropping. We should be perfectly fine. Can't remember the drogue speed. It's quite high. It's like 900 meters per second. Maybe lower than that, but it's very high that you can deploy the drogues and start to slow yourself down. No EVA now. That is tomorrow at D&D. Oh, Ava. And no more flame effects. Almost. Still going to be a few mock effects here. Still want to keep the SAS on because otherwise we might risk starting a tumble because I don't think this is aerodynamically or center of mass. Oh, there we go. Our drogue chutes are fine. I'm going to deploy them for maximum safety. And now we definitely don't need the SAS on, so I'm going to turn that off. It may have been aerodynamically stable, but I'm not very confident of that. But now with the drogues, doesn't matter too much. Oh, they've actually turned yellow. What is that? We can go and pre-deploy the next level here. Let me quick save. And I'm going to risk doing a little bit of physics warp because I'm impatient. Every now and again, that can shake your thing apart, so use with great caution. Looks like the ground's quite high here. Let me go and get the others deployed. And time warp some more. And... oh no, it's mostly sea level. And we're definitely going to land at a nice rate. I'm going to leave the ×4 time warp on. We will gently drift down to the surface. We're going to land at just under 8 meters per second. I'm pretty sure this can handle that impact, but now I'm a little concerned. Like, oh my god, what if we needed some landing gear here? Oh yeah, that's right. I can jettison the heat shield. I will do that right before we land. That's pretty close now. Drop some weight. Still going at 7 meters a second. I don't think this has a capacity of 6. I think it can handle an impact of at least 8. Might even be 12. Kill the time warp. Oh yeah, I already done that. And touchdown. Apparently it can only handle 6 meters per second, that part. 7's a very gentle landing. Very gentle. You know, if we'd had the, if you had the heat shield, it might have absorbed the impact. I mean, it, I think, can only handle 6, but it might have just handled it for the rest. It's okay, we still have 2 science guys in the front. I think they're both science guys. Yes, we have 2 level 2 scientists. It's fine because we can only have 2 scientists with us for it to matter. We're okay. Yeah, there's a new landing system. We pad the spaceship with Kerbals, and they absorb the impact. It's great. So. So we have our 2 scientists for this mission, which is great. It's all we need. The one thing is we are a little bit low on cash. We have enough to launch this, but the question is, after we do this, would we have enough to do the rest? Let's do a proper save here. It's like, oh noes, everything's terrible. Oh, extract ore from Duna. Wow, no. Oh, science data from the surface of Duna. Yes, we can absolutely do that because we have someone there. I kind of have to cancel a mission, though, which is going to refund my advance, which is no good. Or, can I afford to upgrade you? No, I can't. Oh, that's too bad, because that would be the thing. I can do this right now, But I can't accept it because I'm full on missions. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. It's going to refund the advance of 10,000. Brr. Oh, I can't that one. Really? That's annoying. Science data from the surface of Minmus. I don't think I have anything sitting on Minmus, do I? No. I have one sitting on the moon, but we don't have a mission to send that. Right, plant flag on Minmus, science data from the surface of Minmus. I think at the end of the last stream, we were going to send someone over to Minmus to do a quickie little visit. We might still just want to do that. Just land on Minmus to get a flag and return some data. Because I have my, not Minmus base, that was another thing. I guess Lander 1. Alright, this bad boy over here can easily land on Minmus, plant a flag, get some science, and bring it back home. How much does that cost? 37,000? Alright, what we're going to do is this. We have enough money to launch Moon Station Alpha. And then follow it up with the Minmus mission. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. In the interest of completing what I said we would do today, we are going to get this bad boy in orbit of the moon. And then end it there. Then I'll do the Minmus mission in between to get enough money for the next stages of these particular missions. I have a quick save before the crash. So, who cares? No, those Kerbals are dead, man! They're dead! We're not going back to save them. Who cares if we got a quick save from before the crash? No. So we're going to launch this. We're going to get in orbit around the moon. And then the next thing I will be doing is just a little Minmus lander mission, which we've done before, that I might do in between episodes. We'll see. So SAS is on. Throttle is on. Jebediah is going to be piloting this. Oh, I forgot to load the rest of the guys. Let me just revert to the vehicle assembly. I'm going to go all the way over there and forget our scientists. Our scientists who survived something tragic. These are scientists with some PTSD. That's one of the reasons we're so poor, is we spent so much money hiring 1 million scientists, and then they died! Alright. Boom. Full throttle. SAS turn on. If this even has enough delta V. Look, I'm going to quick save. Overriding the other one. Oh! The humanity. And go. Nice. Very nice. Nice night launch, too. Ooh, that's pretty. Boop. do. And turn over. Okay, our thrust is a little bit on the high side, which doesn't really surprise me. I'm going to throttle back. Well, maybe not yet. Well, no, we're still accelerating quite quickly. Alright, lock yourself to prograde. I may have gravity turned a little too aggressively, we'll see. With such a long nose, it's going to be a little exaggerated. Although I do have the fins, which is going to help counter it. No, I don't think we're coming too steeply, which is good. So we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Bring you over here, keep an eye on that, which is climbing, but not too quickly. That's good. That's good. Okay, I think it's going to start climbing quickly now, and I think we're a little bit late. Yeah, our gravity turns. We got to pitch down just a little bit more. Let me turn on the stability assist here. I no longer go for 45 degrees at 15K, but this is a little steep. So I'm just trying to push down to at least 45 degrees now. Not too much because there's still an atmosphere. Yeah, we have way too much Delta V. This is the other reason we don't have a lot of money, is because we keep over-engineering the missions, because I don't know how much Delta V we've got. And you definitely don't want too little. We are basically there as is. Oh, there's our staging, and I think I'm just going to kill the engine here. Wow. Yeah, that is a ridiculous amount of Delta V. We're at the circularization stage. We literally don't need any of this. You know what? With that in mind, I'm going to redo this launch. Save ourselves a ton of cash. Is there a simulation? This is the one place where I'm allowing things. If we do this, I bet you that's still going to get us there. This might be a little tougher, but it saves a crazy amount of money. Look how much money we save. This is like half the cost of the mission. Let's see what this does. Yeah, he'll go back to save money, but not Kerbal. So you can see where my priorities lie. Well, it's also different. If something horrible happens on launch, like, I allow myself to revert on the launch, because there's, like, too many weird things that can happen in Kerbal, especially without mods for calculations. You'd be like, oh, I don't have any thrust weight, or, you know, whatever. Like, bizarre things can happen, so on a launch it's a little bit different. But once we get into orbit, that's usually, like, that's where I draw the line. Of, like, we're no longer in simulation mode anymore. So, hopefully, this is enough. I actually started gravity turning way too soon here. Way too soon. Let me just slow that down a scooch. Alright, there. I'm a little happy about that. Speed's good. Okay, let's go back over here. I might turn out to have not enough delta V this time, but I'm feeling pretty okay. And yeah, I think we're still gravity turning a little too much here, because we have relatively less thrust, so I really got to fight this and slow this down. I did not, I turned too soon because I was still on my old timing. Like, just my muscle memory was a little behind. So this might lead to a lot more chaos. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely way too flat. Which is good for later, but for now it means we're not escaping the atmosphere quite as fast as I would like. Oh yeah, and I'm also fighting my, my own pilot here. There we go. Alright, we're getting back on course now. There we go, that's a lot better. Alright, you can go back to trying to hold prograde while we watch over here. 1 minute. Okay, no, we're totally fine. In fact, I may have overcorrected, because you can flatten out a bit more now. Because our time to apoapsis is growing too fast. I don't want to cut my actual speed. What's our atmosphere? Yeah, okay, so I can go a fair bit out of the prograde circle and feel comfortable about that. And cut that. Okay. And we're high enough that I don't need the fairing anymore. And there's just enough fuel here that it'll probably be enough to circularize, but we still have a ridiculous amount of delta V in the top part, so I'm feeling okay about that. We'll turn on the RCS once we're in space. We can turn our lights on. Boop. Yay! Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. The light texture themselves don't recolor, which is really annoying. But as we get close with another ship, you'll see that the lights are green and red. It's really unfortunate, though. Excuse me. Electric charge, we have a lot of it. We might run into some transmission issues at some point, but overall we're okay. We got our giant solar panels, that's good there. We're about to enter into space, which is going to be fine. You're supposed to be locked to prograde, which you've got. And circularization is going to take how long? Not too bad, but I'm betting we'll have to stage at some point. So I'm actually going to start my circularization burn a fair bit early, as in now. Didn't need to use the RCS at all, as expected. And yeah, this is not the most efficient launch, such we need to use some more delta V here. Oh, we're actually pushing up our apoapsis here. I think, oh, my maneuver node wasn't in the right place, or things have been moved a little bit. That's all. Because if you start your circularization burn and your time to apoapsis increases, it means you started your burn too early. Don't think it needs a whole heck of a lot less. Yeah, a fair bit, actually. Start with about 45 seconds left, and it should be okay. Bum, 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 bum. And go for burn. Time to apoapsis is slowly decreasing. Probably too slow. I think we still started the burn a little earlier than we needed to. Although earlier is better than later. You know, thrust rate isn't as good anymore. Hopefully we've got enough fuel here. It might turn out that, indeed, while the first one was overkill, this might be incredible amounts of underkill. We'll see. Time to apoapsis is still decreasing slightly. which means we'll have lots of time. In fact, it's still a little bit of an early burn because we could have waited longer. Because really, we want to do half your burn before and half after. But it's just bad when the apoapsis time decreases too slowly. I'm just going to kill the burn for a second here. Because if you do it too early, then you spend a lot of your delta V pushing up your apoapsis instead of your parry. Yeah, I still see here it's kind of frozen. We want this to be decreasing. That's what the maneuver node is there for, but this is good enough. I'm going to go again at 20. Wow. Still kind of frozen. There you go, decreasing slightly, but at that point, that's going to be close enough. Hopefully we've got enough fuel to go to the moon. Now I'm not sure. This might be a space station around Kerbal. Well, no, what we're going to do, if this does, like, be insufficient, we will go ahead and just reboot one more time here. We got a fair amount of fuel in this stage, but I don't know. Let's take a look. Again, without mods, this is so... The small loads are fine, because overkilling on that is okay. We were quite efficient, actually, on our Moon and Minmus missions earlier. That's a long frickin' burn. This is such a heavy frickin' ship here. Alright, let's warp to here. I don't think we'll have enough. Save Bob. No. Eventually, but not with this. We need probably nuclear engines. I think we have technically unlocked them, but we need a couple other things to do a mission which involves landing on Duna and then coming back from it. Stop. Point yourself over here. And based on the timer, we're going to go now. I realize I'm not pointing to the maneuver node, but I'm actually going to kill the maneuver node. We're just burning prograde, just using the maneuver node as a sort of a timer so we know roughly when to start. But yeah, I don't think we'll have enough to actually enter orbit into the moon. It might be a really high orbit. That being said, as long as we're not, slingshotting out of the system, we're going to be okay because we're all set up to take resupply. In fact, we could, rather than leave Kerbal now, we could take a resupply. What I could do is stop this right before we do the intersection with the moon. It's going to be on a long orbit, but when it's on its way back, we can actually interact with another ship. Actually, we have a mission to do a rendezvous. We could really use this opportunity right now to do that rendezvous mission. A Kerbal weighs 80 kilograms, just saying. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So the question, okay, we'll easily get the moon intercept. The question is, of the fuel that we have left, is that enough to enter into an orbit around the moon? No idea. No idea whatsoever. It's probably not a tight orbit, but I'm sure we can enter an orbit. So let's keep burning until the parry drops lower. Okay. What? Apparently we're not doing that. Let's do a corrective burn there then. Focus on the moon. Grab that. There we go. I think I want to station about 100. Okay. I mean, lower is actually probably better now that I think about it. Probably 50. It's a nice happy distance. There's 50 there. Actually, I'm going to not do all this burn now because we're going to do another corrective burn partway through to change our inclination to be perfectly equatorial. That's best done about halfway. So we're going to do that, and this time I actually will be using the maneuver. Okay, our reaction wheels are in great shape. Power's good. I want to deploy my solar panels at some point, but not quite yet. Let's go and find our maneuver node, which is down there. Quick little time warp to freeze the physics there. And just re-steer. Oh, my pilot's trying to push me towards prograde. Get it roughly in place. Okay, maybe 12-second burn. So I'm actually going to quick save before, because there's a good chance I'll accidentally overshoot this from being impatient. I'm always way too impatient with my time warps. We want to start the burn with about 6 seconds remaining. Sucks that we can't lock to a maneuver yet. I mean, basically, it's a radial in, so I suppose I could just lock to that. Yeah, that's fine, actually. I could have done a radial in a little sooner, too. So if I just start the burn now, I can just push this to roughly where I want it. Since there's going to be another corrective burn, I don't want to go all the way. Although the more I can do now, the better for fuel efficiency. Stop around there. I think I'm ultimately going to bring it down to about 50, but the anti-normal burn partway through is really going to shift that a fair bit.